I did live in Houston for 4 years.
Yeah, of course.
So this is, I guess, another one of my hometown teams that's 0-2 that I'm not going to write off.
That's your.
But it's my thing. I wouldn't panic yet for a lot of the reasons Bruce said. I wouldn't feel great. And I agree with you, Brew, that I don't look at them as they come nowhere close to passing the confetti test. I would be gobsmacked if this team goes on a deep, great playoff run. However, the defense was supposed to be their strength. I think the defense has been pretty awesome.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they held the Rams to 14. They held the Bucks to 14 until, and they had the Bucks at 14 points in a 4th and 10 and seemingly had Baker sacked to win the game, and Baker made a great play. So I do think the defense has been great. I don't know that I ever believed Stroud was quite as good as he showed his rookie year, but I do believe he's better than he has showed over the last year. So I think he'll play a little better. And then there is the important factor of the division, which is I am planting my flag that the 2025 2-0 dynamic offense, holy crap, Daniel Jones, Indianapolis Colts, are on a group chat with the 2024 holy crap Derek Carr dynamic offense New Orleans Saints, and that they are going to have a similar, next few months that the Saints did, which is this team out of nowhere. The offense is amazing, the coordinator's a genius, and then it gets, water finds its level. If that's correct, 9 wins this division. We have seen a year 8 wins won this division. And so, the Jacksonville blowing that game to Cincinnati was massive.
Yep.
You know what I like? Jacksonville had that game won. Then you would feel like they really could end them. 3-0 with a head-to-head versus 0-3. Yep. Now you look at it and you're like, Houston could be a game out of first place in this division next week. But I just don't think structurally they have figured out the offense. They got rid of Bobby Slowick. The new offensive coordinator, it doesn't quite gel yet, and that to me is a problem.
2 for 9 on 3rd down, sacked 4 times, 13 total pressures.
Yeah, the offensive line, that's what the offensive line killed him last year. They traded away Tunsil.
I didn't understand.
And, they hated the penalties, but he was still a very good player.
Well, now getting sacked. Meanwhile, in Vegas, Justin Herbert dispatched of Geno and the Raiders 20-9, 2 touchdowns. While the Chargers' defense flummoxed Geno. Here's Harbaugh postgame.
Hey, division game, on the road, 2-0. Can't be 3-0 unless you're 2-0. Winning football by the special teams, winning football by the offense, and guardians of victory. How about that defense?
AFC West odds have moved. Chargers now 1, Chiefs are 2. Broncos
with a big gap.
3.
That's a big gap. -110 to +270 is a big gap.
Raiders way back at 4. Do the Chargers deserve to be AFC West favorites?
Well, first, let me do my impression of Pete Carroll on the sideline yesterday. No!
This guy. God. We have a Raiders topic.
We're doing the Raiders. He put a Raiders topic in the show just
How many
for
picks
you.
did he have?
I know, but
He had
this is going to be a
3.
Chargers.
I'm just saying, and I like Geno.
Well, then how are
he's
you,
a good quarterback.
How are you going to
Y'all
do
think
the
he's
Raiders
all
topic?
world. That's all I'm saying. All right,
Stay
here we
tuned
go.
when we hear that again.
37 passer rating, too. The Chargers, yes, they should be the favorite.
Wow.
Now, you used in the intro, you said, are they the team to beat? The Chiefs are still the team to beat. But the favorite to win the division, I think, is the Chargers.
So right now you'd pick them.
Yes.
I know I'm not asking you to change your pick.
No, to win the division.
Yeah.
I mean, to win the division, I think the Chargers are in great. One, they don't have the schedule, obviously, that the Chiefs have as a first-place team last year. So the Chiefs' schedule is a little bit tougher. That defense has kind of picked up where it was last year, where it was the best scoring defense in the league. It's been really good this year. And Herbert has just taken it to another level. And that receiving core, I thought all they had was Lab McConkey. But, Johnston.
Keenan Allen's been awesome.
Keenan Allen has, I don't want to say turn back the clock, but the fact that he was looking for a job just a few weeks ago, he's been good. Johnston's been good. Obviously, McConkey. They haven't even gotten their run game going yet. And I think Hampton is good. And obviously, Najee Harris is pretty good. So that's a nice tandem in the backfield. I think Harbaugh is a fantastic coach.
Yep.
He really is. And so I am a believer. I think they are a Super Bowl contender. I kind of look at them like Tampa Bay. I like Baltimore and Buffalo. And in the playoffs, I'd say Kansas City better. But I think they're right there like a second-tier Super Bowl contender. So, yeah, I think they should be the favorites. 2-0 versus 0-2 and a head-to-head over the Chiefs.
I wonder, I disagree with Danny Parkins, but I tweeted out last night that Justin Herbert has entered the MVP conversation, the way too early MVP conversation. And you know, Danny's just looking for converts so he can lead us all to the Justin Herbertville. But Justin Herbert's problem has never been his arm. It's been a little between the ears, pressure, bad decision-making in big moments. If that's the leap that he's taking, like I don't think he's become a better physical football player. Maybe he's healthy. But if he's making better decisions, he just seems
last year,
confident and kind of cool now.
I mean, last year he made great decisions all year en route to only throwing 3 picks until the playoff game. So, like last year,
but he wasn't throwing that much.
Right, that's what I was going to say. The difference is, and what I'm sure Danny loves, is they're the pass-happiest team in the league right now. They are, by a large margin, lead the NFL in percent that they pass on first down in neutral game score situations. You know what I mean? They're leaning into him as a passer. And he's been excellent. And Bruce Ballot coming up at the end of the show, you know, a little 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern, I would imagine he's on there. And if I had a ballot through 2 weeks, he would be on mine. Well, let's pump the brakes a bit. Because I understand 2-0 versus 0-2 with the head-to-head is massive. The head-to-head is, in a weird way more meaningful in Bills-Ravens than it is for Chiefs-Chargers right now because they're not playing again and the Chiefs-Chargers are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
was that who was that home game? Was that
Chargers? It was their game. And so I'm just going to point out the things that concern me. I understand them wanting to lean more into Herbert. They seemed oddly allergic to running the ball yesterday, even in the game they were dominating. More on that in a second. I'm always going to worry about this team, not just because of the jerseys, but because of the age of some of their key players with injury. And Khalil Mack's in a sling. Keenan Allen has been great. I would be stunned if Keenan Allen plays the full season. And Herbert, yesterday, I am very consistent on this. I don't like my quarterback running. I don't like that Patrick's doing it now. And so Herbert, there were a couple times yesterday he got lit up.
Yeah.
And I thought it was bad, that one.
So this is a dirty is maybe too strong. It ends up being a dirty play. It's late. That's brutal, though. And then, and this gets to the game management stuff. Don't run the next tape yet if you can wait, Hubs, because I want to set it up. And this is my bigger concern, and we can stop playing this. I thought the Chargers, at the end of this game, it was some of the most baffling decisions I've seen a good coach make. If people, didn't stay up for it or weren't watching, because this was the late game, right? This was the one that ended at 1 a.m. Eastern. They are up 11 with 9 minutes left in the game. They throw it incomplete twice and then go for a 4th down. Okay, and you know what I mean? All right, the Raiders then give it right back. They are then up 11 with 4 minutes left. They throw it incomplete again. Raiders then turn the ball over. They're up 11 with 3 minutes left. Fumble on the first play. Okay, that's a fumble. They are up 11 with 2 minutes left. And let me show you the play they run. Again, they're up 11 with 2 minutes left. The game is over. They call a designed run for Herbert. He had that weird slide, and you don't really see it fully here. He got up wincing and holding his back. I hated that. Like, I didn't understand. They signed Najee Harris. They drafted a guy in the first round. You're up 11 against a Raider team that's having its worst offensive game of Geno's life. Like, why they are not only asking Herbert to keep throwing, but putting him in jeopardy was perplexing to me. And so here would be my last point about the division. I just want to show you how both the Chiefs and the Chargers season ends. They play each other, and the Chargers have the Eagles, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos. Chiefs have Texans, Broncos, same, but instead of Eagles, Cowboys, Titans, Raiders. My question is this. How big of a lead do the Chargers need for you to feel the Chiefs aren't running them down. If that's the setup and they get them in Kansas City in Week 15. Like, you know what I mean? If the Chiefs go into that game, go into that stretch 7-6, and the Chargers are, what would that be? 10-3. Or I'm sorry, 9-3. So it would be, I guess I'm doing the math. 7-5 versus 9-3. Like, I would say I would like the Chiefs' chances then. And so I wouldn't print the T-shirts yet, even though they right now look like the best team.
Yeah, you're not going to obviously write the Chiefs off, but the Chargers look tough. And I'm shocked because they haven't missed Rashawn Slater. Maybe their run game, maybe they'd lean more into the run game if they had Slater.
Joe Alt's been great.
Yeah, but
passer rating 120, basically 128, second best in the NFL behind only Lamar. I think it's Goff and then Mac Jones top 5. Is Hurts still underrated? And more on, of course, Geno, even though we were supposed to be talking specifically about the
that's actually what
next
Carol
on
was doing. I didn't make that up.
Chill, seriously.
Could you please submit your expenses today?
You could keep reminding your coworkers